Hello and welcome to Vienna. In this video I'll be taking you on a whistle-stop tour of some of the best places to visit in this beautiful city. Plus, stick around to the end of the video and I'll answer some questions about Vienna that you may never have thought to ask. We'll be starting our journey from my hotel, the Hilton, Vienna Park. This place boasts some of the best views over the city, and if you want to know more about this fantastic hotel, then look out for my upcoming review. By the way, that park you can see out of the window there is Stadtpark, and that's where we'll head first. Now, Vienna is a big city, so expect to be doing some walking. That being said, it does have a decent public transport system, but more on that later. Stadtpark is where you'll find the Johann Strauss monument. It's one of the most photographed statues in Vienna, and it's well worth a visit if you're passing by. Next on the list, and around a 10-minute walk from Stadtpark, is a place where you can buy the most amazing cake. It's Café Mozart on Albertinaplatz, and seriously, it's next level good. They have a great menu, probably because they've had a lot of practice. It's been around since 1899, but it can actually trace its roots as far back as 1794. It's also where Graham Greene wrote the British film noir classic The Third Man, and because of the cake selection, I'm pretty sure it's also where they invented diabetes. It's well worth it though, and I thought reasonably priced. Around a 10-minute walk away from Café Mozart is the Austrian National Library on Josefplatz. This place is absolutely stunning, and most people head for the State Hall, which you can see there on screen. It's home to over 200,000 books, and they have special exhibits throughout the year. At the time of recording, they had an exhibition celebrating the 200th birthday of Johann Strauss. Spoiler alert though, he's now dead. It's going to cost you just €11 to get in, and like many tourist attractions here, children under 19 get free entry with a paying adult. It's one of the most impressively beautiful buildings that I've ever set foot in, and it's a definite must-see. Just around the corner from there you'll find almost like a taxi rank of horse and carriages for hire. You can't really get more touristy than this, but it's a very nice experience nonetheless. It's not cheap though, but then I'm guessing that petrol isn't for two horses. A 20-minute ride will cost you €60 with options for longer, and the carriage does seat 4 if you're with friends and you want to split the bill. Next up on our tour is St Stephen's Cathedral on Stephansdom. It's Vienna's iconic Gothic masterpiece. Construction began in the 12th century and it's been expanded and restored over the years. Its south tower soars over 130 metres, offering panoramic views if you feel compelled to pay a fee to climb lots of steps. I just use my imagination. Inside you'll see the stunning roof, intricate altars and the tomb of Emperor Frederick III. It's an absolute must-see in the heart of Vienna, plus it's free entry, and I didn't burst into flames when I went inside, which I thought was a bonus. It's the first of 2 churches on our tour, and if this one is a must-see then definitely stick around for the next one because it's an absolute showstopper. Before you leave the Cathedral Quarter, be sure to check out the big brand shops on Kartnerstrasse because St Stephen's is right in the heart of the main shopping district. Be aware though that most shops and supermarkets are actually closed on Sundays. From here it's about a 20-minute walk to our next stop, with a name so dodgy to pronounce that I'm just going to put the caption on screen instead. It's the History Museum located on Maria Theresienplatz. Here you can see the world's largest Bruegel collection, not to mention the vast collection of Egyptian, Greek and Roman relics. This museum is also home to arguably Vienna's most stunning cafe restaurant under the Cupola Dome. Nothing says Vienna more than having a coffee and strudel in this place, but you can expect long queues to experience the cafe at least. The museum itself will cost you around €24 to get in, but if museums are your thing, then this certainly won't disappoint. Next on the list is Upper Belvedere Palace. It's around a 35-minute walk from the city centre, so we took the tram. As I mentioned, Vienna does have an efficient public transport system, and a great way to access this is through the EV app. I'll link to it in the description below, and you can buy passes for various durations that will give you unlimited use of all public transport. The app also gives you guides, and you'll get discounted entry into lots of tourist attractions too. Upper Belvedere Palace is where they keep the Gustav Klimt collection, but it's also another example of stunning architecture in its own right, and it's fair to say you'll spend a lot of time admiring ceilings in Vienna. But here you'll find Klimt's most famous work, The Kiss, and plenty of other works are featured here too, including this masterpiece. Go on, hit subscribe, it's free! Entry into the palace will cost you €21 and you'll basically get to choose a time slot for entry when you book the tickets. So if you haven't already overdosed on culture during the day, then you can head to Schönbrunn Palace Orchestra in the evening. I wasn't supposed to film here, but I'm a rebel and I managed to snatch a few seconds of footage. The orchestra performs a lively Mozart and Strauss programme in the historic orangery at the palace, but you can pay anywhere between €55 and €125 for a ticket, which isn't cheap, but I did leave with an elevated sense of smugness for volunteering to do something so uncharacteristically cultured. Next up is more of a seasonal must-see, because if you're planning your Vienna trip between late November and Christmas, then you should definitely head to the Christmas Market at Rathausplatz. It's the biggest and best in the city, and if you're a Grinch like me, then you definitely won't be when you leave. They've got a giant Ferris wheel there and a carousel that's great for kids. They also have a tree decorated with hearts that lights up, and even a heart that flies over the market every hour. It really is magical, and the bratwursts and mulled wine are awesome. Completing our list is the Light of Creation show. This 30-minute immersive light and music show is staged inside Vienna's Votivkirche. It's a neo-Gothic church on Rooseveltplatz. The show tells the story of creation through an original music score and beautiful imagery. It's absolutely breathtaking, and it's another ceiling to marvel at. You can expect to pay around €22 to €27 depending on your seat, but my tip would be to aim for as close to the middle as you can for the best views. Now, I promised a few tips at the beginning, but before I do, I hope this video has helped plan your trip, and if so, please consider helping Quite Genius out by hitting subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm a good Pete, and it inspires me to carry on making travel content. So, is Vienna a good city to visit? Absolutely. It's beautiful, and if you're a culture vulture, then you're gonna love it. Even if you're not, the vibe is incredible. When I first arrived, I got the impression that the Viennese could seem quite rude. However, I think it's the German influence that just makes them very efficient as opposed to unfriendly. Vienna is widely considered one of the safest cities in Europe. It's safe to walk alone in the evening, and if you're from the LGBTQ+ community, then you can expect no one to care. Rather than violent crime here, you're far more likely to get cultured to death. The quality of the tap water here is excellent and very safe to drink. Buying bottled water, though, is expensive. Now, you can use credit and debit cards and Apple Pay and the like virtually anywhere in the city, but I would highly recommend carrying some cash with you. Many of the bars that we went into were cash only, and ATMs weren't exactly everywhere either. Plus, you'll need some change too, as you've got to pay 50 cents to use many of the public toilets. Tipping is customary here in the likes of restaurants and bars, and anywhere between 5 and 10% of your bill is acceptable. That about wraps it up for this one, folks, but if you want more of my travel videos, then you can click on this one right here, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.